Hi, welcome to my Carcassonne update video. This is basically my update for what I rank the different expansions. I have not ranked every expansion yet, and I only just started doing that. Also, slight update, it turns out I don't like making those ranking videos. I've made two, and I don't like that. So I was going to cut out the ranking them all together, and then someone left a comment saying, I like this series. So I went, okay, well, a surgeon doesn't cut off an entire arm because they see an issue with it. They take the issue and deal with that. So what do I not like about it? Well, they're making the independent videos. So I think what I'm going to do in the future is instead, at the end of a playthrough, that is when I will give my thoughts. Maybe I can put a pinned comment that says, this is where the playthrough starts. This is where my ranking of putting it in a mega cart game comes in. So that's my slight update. But as for regular rankings of everything that I've ranked so far, no, not ranked, but everything that I've played through so far, this is it. As for the ratings, I like where I'm at right now. The essential, might as well keep it simple and leave it there. I'm still gonna continue on with that. If there's more of an update, of course, I'll say that then. So, you've played Carcassonne and you like it, but you see that there's all this other stuff. What do people think about it? Well, I'm one guy, but if you're looking for several opinions, here's one stop to make as you get other people's opinions. All right, so after the first edition, I assume it's Hans im Glück's decision to say, hey, people like the fields, people don't like the fields. Let's treat it like it's an expansion. I learned Carcassonne with first edition. I play second edition because by the time I thought, hey, I should buy my own copy, they were on second edition. But I played first edition. I learned first edition. I know the rules for first edition. So switching over to second edition, seeing that Fields is a expansion, okay, I get that some people don't like it, and I also get, learning your first game. Here's your very basic, just let's play Carcassonne, okay? But after that, no. You learn fields, and fields are essential. They're easily essential. Another super basic mini expansion is the river. You add out these tiles, it kind of breaks up the board a little bit. Yeah, if you're not playing base Carcassonne and you want more, add in the river. Take out the starter tile and build out the river. We have the Abbot. If you're following along with this series at all, you'll see that I like the Abbot so much that I always play with it. Sometimes I forget to put it in when I hit record, but once I realize that I don't have it, I always put it in. It's so essential that I play it with base game plus whatever expansion that I'm putting in. It's extremely essential now. I learned, like I said, first edition, it didn't have the Abbot, it didn't have the gardens, but now that it's there, yes, I'm putting it in. We have the first major expansion, Inns and Cathedrals. I really enjoy the Inns. I really enjoy the Cathedrals. What else is there? Yeah. Like I had said previously, I really like that the inns and cathedrals are both kind of a gamble-ish element. Either you're going to build just a regular road and get the 1 points each, or you're going to put a river or a cathedral on a road or a city, and you're going to either double your points or get nothing. It's a very nice, very basic, here's your gamble, take it, go ahead. I like it so much, I go with essential. Then there is the large meeple. That's a super easy, well, yeah, that's essential. You have a double the worth of meeple in a single meeple. That's a super easy, yes, essential. Next up, I did the flying machines. Yes, I like the flying machines. I like have a meeple, put it into a space. I think it's pretty consistent with me that I like put Meeple on the board effects. I like it so much, I'm gonna give it my rating of essential. Moving on to Major Expansion 2, Traders and Builders. So we have the goods tokens. The goods tokens is either a really low essential or a really high might as well. So I think because it's on that razor edge, it's to me that says, okay, real world, I'm putting in a bunch of stuff. We have a couple hours, let's say, to play. Let's make sure that we get a full game in before we call it quits. I think I'm going to have to give goods the goods tokens a might as well, which means if we're playing a game, yes, let's put it in. But if we had to take something out, the goods tokens isn't like super high essential. It doesn't have to make sense, it just has to be my opinion. And like I said, builders, easy essential. Pigs, easy essential. Let's get some more tiles out, let's get some more points. Without a bunch of rules overhead to do so. And the messengers, I meant it. This is not going in a mega cart game. I don't want to be keeping track of 2 meeples on a scoreboard. So I'm going to assume that I'm playing with at least 4 people. Let's say it's 6. Let's have a mega cart game. Let's have 6 players. And we have those 150 tokens, tiles, 150 tiles. I don't want to be keeping track of this one has 300 points and this one's at 200 points. And let's keep things more streamlined. Okay? That to me is essential. And I think that's why the goods tokens is on that razor edge, because of that slight fiddliness. Let's keep things streamlined. Yes, we're playing a mega cart game, so you are going to have to know a lot. And yes, sometimes there are things that I just like, and sometimes I just don't care, and sometimes so this is just where I fall on the messengers. I actually don't hate it, but the rules overhead of the messengers is like, or messages, and that's another thing. Looking it up, okay, so on my game it says messengers. You look it up online, you get messages. And I think in the game box itself it has both. Messages, messengers. Messages makes sense. But then on the picture of the mini expansion, when they released the original mini expansion, there's a guy there. So, oh, they must have meant messengers. But messages makes sense, you know. That doesn't count against it, but, you know. Also, so like I was saying, messages, I don't hate it, but I definitely don't want it as a part of this major, you know, table hawk Carcassonne game. It is complicated for what it is. So let's keep it simple. Let's put it with the base. Let's put it, maybe add 1 expansion or something just to get a taste of what it is. Even if you like it, I'm one guy. So I say no. No to a mega cart game. And we come to this week's video. I'm filming this today. So this week's video was The Princess and the Dragon, the 3rd major expansion. So breaking it up into pieces, we have the dragon. Which means the volcano tiles and the dragon tiles are both essential to play with if you are adding it in. And now we come to my opinion. I think the dragon is really fun. I think it's so fun, it's essential. You'll find that a lot of people disagree with this. Let's say it's my birthday, we're doing a game that I want. I'm putting in the dragon. I like the dragon. I think this might be the only remove meeples mechanic that I'm okay with. There's just something about a dragon walking through your city. You ever play SimCity on Super Nintendo? I just thought of this just now. And one of the disasters that could happen, you would have to select it yourself, that could happen is Bowser walks through your city, destroying your city. It's like that. So the dragon isn't like, you know, the dragon is here, so so let's not put anything here ever. No, it's the dragon is here. Let's be cautious right now, and there's a fairy that helps us. Or the dragon will be over here now, so okay, now we're safe. Or it walked through, it removed some of our meeples, but luckily we each moved the dragon once. It's not going to make a beeline for something. The player who has a meeple on the line can affect the dragon. There's this decision space that's there that's not just a straightforward boom, you're dead. Don't get me wrong, boom, you're dead can happen, but it's more, I like it. I almost feel like, why am I justifying myself? I like it. This gets my rating of essential. And now the princess. I'm debating this so hard. I'm just going to take my cue from the goods tokens and say, might as well add the princess in. Moving on to the magic portal. Easy essential. Easy essential. You have a meeple, you want to get it, especially to that thing that hasn't been claimed yet, or it's lost its meeple or whatever. Easy. And the fairy. The fairy does not get my essential because you have to remember to use it. And playing a game of memory does not get my rating of essential. Okay, so the fairy is nice in that if the dragon's coming, you're protected. That's awesome. It's also nice that if you have the fairy on your tile with you, you have your meeple, and it comes back to your turn, that fairy's still there, boom, you get a point. Nice. You finish a feature, boom, you get a few points. Nice. But in my experience, what ends up happening is someone, usually the best player, most of the time that's not me if I'm playing with my playgroup, remembers about the fairy, places it on his spot, and then just gains a point every turn that it's their turn because everyone else forgets to use the fairy. So in my mega game of Carcassonne, the fairy gets a might as well. I'm not putting it in if we're having just the essentials game. All right, so there you go. That is where my rankings sit right now. And thank you to the user who pointed out that my my garden play was incorrect because the rulebook either said or is phrased in such a way, to me it says it, but maybe I'm misunderstanding the phrasing of it. Yes, you do not place a regular meeple on a garden. It said, the rulebook, as far as I interpreted it, said you can, but go to Wikipedia, no, you cannot. That is what the current canon is. No, you cannot. So in the future, I will be double checking with Wikipedia just to make sure I am current with the current canon. There we have it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.